been great listening to all the different approaches everybody's taking to some of the economic headwinds that we're seeing in the industry and how people are dealing with driving efficiencies into their organizations, adopting story-centric news workflows, as well as using AI to drive automation and, again, realize better efficiencies. With that, I want to start off with you, Wellford. Wellford, will you just talk a little bit about, first and foremost, what attracted you to the CEO role at Avid? And then since you've been the CEO at Avid, what are some of the opportunities you see for the company?
Sure. So what attracted me to it? My background actually was not from this industry. My background previously was always working in software technology companies in industries that are going through periods of massive transformation, and that was healthcare during the Affordable Care Act. That was energy when energy efficiency models were changing, how reimbursements were handled. It was MarTech when you went through 10 years of digital transformation during COVID. And I think what was really attractive to me here is like you have a similar situation where you've had, where there are external pressures, financial, the way people are consuming news, it's driving change at a rapid pace in this industry in a way that just hasn't seen in a long time. That's my background, is coming into businesses and either through a rotation of R&D to drive more innovation, making build-buy decisions for us to be able to do acquisitions, open up the platforms for partnerships. That was what was really exciting to me here. And I think that's kind of what we're going to be talking about here is that change. Because I think what I saw at Avid was, again, a vendor it's been incredibly important to this industry for a very, very long, for a long period of time, for decades. But it's also a platform that needs to, it's a product that needs to really open up and play well, with others and move from sort of like we have to build it to an idea of like, look, the world's just changing and like we need to sort of be able to partner and play well with others.
And to that point, right, the build or buy decision, one of the decisions certainly was a buy here with Wolftech. And so, Arne, if you wouldn't mind talking a little bit about Wolftech and what you see as the benefit for customers and for workflows now that you're part of Avid.
I see that we are getting, now we could build a real end-to-end solution from the idea of a story through the whole chain, including the MAM, PAM, and also the editing. Before, we were supporting everything you needed for resource handling and also collaboration on the story initiating, and then also on the distribution part. Now we have everything from the start to the end of the chain. And I had a meeting with our customer 1 week ago, and they were talking about what are we really delivering to the market here. And they said that, we are really delivering the best, collaboration tool, but also the best also communication tool in the organization, because that's very important also. And also the mobile experience. That have been a game changer for many of our customers to implement the mobile experience in the day-to-day work. And we also see that it's very important also for the adoption of a product like this, for a story-centric product, to really have a good mobile application and also very good user interface to get this, it's centralized to get the adoption in a good way.
Very cool, yeah, and it's no mistake, right, that what you built, right, was really attacking certain areas in the market that, you saw opportunities in, and that really folds in very nicely into the MediaCentral platform, right? Everything that you guys have brought to the table fills in a lot of the workflow gaps very nicely in MediaCentral, so it's going to be really exciting to see how that sort of plays together. So, Wellford, with that, when you look at Avid's history in news and sort of the long history that we've had, how do you think that the acquisition of Wolftech helps bolster Avid's position in the market?
Yeah, I think, look, we're incredibly well capitalized now after the business has gone private, and we have a very large private equity sponsor with a tremendous amount of room, and a big part of the thesis was for us to do acquisitions and to open up the platform, be able to do partnerships. And when we sat down and looked at it, you could have taken small pieces and picked little bits along the way. But I felt like, look, we needed to go big and make a big move. And again, the work that Wolftech's been doing at CBS and other places was just sort of this clear stamp of like, this is where the industry's going. This is the big need. This was the big wave. Also for us to sort of make the point within Avid itself of like, this is where we're going. Like we're opening up, this is where we're going. It is going to be, digital first, cloud native. That's where we're moving. Waleed made this point so well at the last presentation of like, we also have to meet people where they are. It's not just in the cloud. It's like some people, you want to stay on-prem, you want to be in a hybrid model, and like we can accommodate that full journey, and that's where we're going. But I think at the same time, it's also the fact that like Wolftech remains open to work with a lot of other platforms. It's not like we're just closing it off and bringing it purely into Avid, because that's what you'll see from a lot of the other acquisitions that are going to be coming down the pipe for us.
That's great. And what's great about Wolftech is you can deploy it as Wolftech. You can integrate it with Avid. Sooner or later, it will be integrated together on the same platform. You have your own APIs and your own API ecosystem, which was very strong as it is, and folding that into the organization is really great. One of the big topics certainly today, though, is about AI and how people are leveraging AI to drive efficiencies. So this is a question for both of you, and I guess I'll start with you, Wellford. So when you look at AI, I heard someone say it well earlier in another panel, which was, AI is both friend and foe. How do you see AI, and how do you see AI being leveraged today, not just in our products, but in what you've heard from some of the broadcasters today?
Sure. Yes, friend and foe. I think I think for us, the first and foremost, it's responsible AI, and in this industry, it's making sure that fact checking that you have maintaining accuracy throughout the full flow. That's incredibly important. For us, AI, I think where we're heading is how can you eliminate sort of burdensome administrative workflows that are there and enable people to do more and more efficiently. That's really where we're planning on attacking it. And we already have a number of tools coming out in the first half of 25 between text-to-speech, transcription, a number of other things you'll see from us. I think, with our AI team, I think picking up pace pretty quickly. So.
Yeah, Arne, how about you? How do you see it? And I know you already have some AI capabilities built into the product, but how do you see it?
Yeah, our focus is to help to make for the journalists to be working more efficiently, and also telling better stories. And there's two initiatives we are working on. One is the journalist integrity, where we are integrated with other party system, like the Factiverse, fact checking for text checking, and also the Reality Defender for picture and sound checking. And we want to make a very good ecosystem to partner with the best people in the market on this part, but also we are also developing further our own core AI functionality into the system also, where we are also there open to what kind of engine you want to use in the system, and then we are building very good workflow on top of it.
That's great. I mean, I've actually been really proud of Avid's approach to AI, responsible AI, really focusing on efficiencies. Where can we use AI to drive efficiencies, as many of everybody's been talking about today in terms of how they're implementing that, right, and automation. And I've been really proud of the fact that we've really focused on those areas first, and you're starting to see that come to reality, not just in MediaCentral, but certainly in Media Composer 2, which has already rolled out some AI-oriented features. Well, you see the QR code here on the screen. That will take you to a page that will give you more detail about what Avid is doing with Wolftech. So I encourage you to check that out. There's a lot more information about this acquisition. It's very exciting times at Avid. I don't know if you guys have any closing thoughts before we jump off stage. Wellford?
I mean, no, stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. I think this is the first in a long run, and like this industry is incredibly important to Avid, and that's it first and foremost. This is really the reason that I came, is the pace of change, the opportunities that we have. Again, like I said, how well capitalized we are out there. I see a universe of technologies that we could acquire. There are a lot of smaller players that are out there with sort of small revenue bases, but have amazing products. And I think being able to bring the backing that we would have, to those businesses, it's going to be really fun. I'm pretty excited about it.
I think one important thing is also how we have built our product with the focus on being a layer on top of existing production systems, like the rundown. So we are very open to integrate with other rundowns, but also on the Avid side, we have a very close now integration with iNews. So we could really help people to have an easier adoption to a more story-centric system where they could start with everything on the top, the rundown they could take step by step. And we are also having some really exciting new things there also on the rundown side. So just follow the next step at
Yeah.
IB, I think.
Exactly. Follow us on all the social medias. Wellford, Arne, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. We appreciate it. Thank you, TVNewsCheck, for giving us this opportunity. And I know the next panel is about to start. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks.